Good day everyone, it's Vin Maru from Seeking Liberties in Mexico, and yesterday I put out a video on what happened here in Puerto Vallarta with the retaliation of the cartels after the head leader of the new Jalisco New Generation cartel got killed, and the war zone that the city turned into with all the car bombings or the fire bombings, as well as all of this, a lot of the stores getting burned down. So you can watch that video. I share my thoughts in there, and this video is really about kind of the aftermath and the next day, some clips of me walking around town and me sharing my thoughts on what happened yesterday, what happens possibly next. So I decided to walk around and see the aftermath of yesterday's retaliation from the cartels here in Puerto Vallarta. And ironically, it seems like all the corner stores got burned down. 4 of them in my neighborhood within 4 or 5 blocks have all been burned down. I mean, this is one that's by a gas station, which could have turned out to be a lot worse, obviously with the gas tanks underground and whatnot. Maybe they were protected, but the whole Kiosco corner store been burned down. And this is not the only one. All the Oxxos in the area, as well as the Kioscos, all of them are burned down. I'll show some more pictures of some of the other ones, but it really makes me wonder why all the corner stores and ironically all the small mom and pop type of businesses never been touched. So I wonder if there's a connection there somehow or other, possibly. But as you can see, things are starting to return back to a bit of normalcy here in Vallarta. There's cars on the road. All the blockades have been cleared out from the most part last night, and people are now walking around. And ironically, some of the Mexicans are just hanging out. Like their spirits remain fairly high after all of this. So it is interesting to see how this will all play out over the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks. I mean, obviously, I think there's going to be some sort of a retaliation continuing on now. Whether it's going to happen in the major cities like Puerto Vallarta or other big cities around Mexico is tough to say. But as you can see, look, all of these other businesses seem to be fine. No one else got hit. All the local businesses are all good. Restaurant owners, small shops, all of them. But ironically, here's another Oxxo. And it looks like they're already starting to do the repairs here at this one. But yeah, this is another local Oxxo that was close to me. And sure enough, got burned down. Hola. Muy malo, ¿no? Muy malo todo. Oh, ¿es de renovación?
No, está más grande.
Oh, más grande. Oh, es no for the burn?
No,
the yesterday?
productos, por eso no lo quemamos.
No, estamos en remodelación.
Oh, okay, renovación. Muy bien. Gracias. All right, so this one didn't get burned down, but they were already doing renovations here. Well, let's just walk down towards the beach and see how things are there. But yeah, it's you know, it was a scary situation yesterday. Obviously, I went out earlier in the morning not realizing what was going on. Got some good video of a whole bunch of cars right on the highway, right across, pretty close to Sheraton. That's where I live, in Puerto Vallarta, close to it. And 5 or 6 cars were just lit up on fire, which had me curious to what was going on. And then I go out, take the video. I'll probably share that video here, and then come back home and realize, wow, this is the cartel war going on. They captured the head leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, and that's what we saw, is the retaliation. Now, I guess what I'm kind of curious to see is what kind of vacuum this leaves in Mexico for the cartels, and what will happen next. I mean, obviously, when you cut the head off the snake, then wow, other heads will pop up, that's for sure. And that's where I think the next few days and the next few weeks will really kind of determine what's actually going to be happening here in Mexico. But for now, Vallarta seems to be back up on its feet. It's a little slow. Most businesses are still closed. And on the beaches, there's some people out and about. But pretty resilient, I would say, after everything is said and done. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the next few weeks and who takes over the kind of the reins of the cartel industry, or maybe this will lead to a wider sweeping of the cartels all throughout Mexico. Now, I don't know if you're going to get rid of them altogether. I highly doubt that. There will always be cartels or people providing the drugs that America seems to love, or not just America, but most of the world. A lot of drugs here in Mexico too, and a lot of consumers here. But obviously the biggest consumer base that has the most money is US and American citizens. So they provided a service to those. I mean, if you're actually going to fight a war on drugs, maybe you should look internally and try to curb demand out of the US. I mean, as much as Trump wants to have this war on drugs and get rid of all these cartels, which he calls now terrorists, which is fine, but you do have ramifications that happen as a result of it, and we've seen it here now in Vallarta. When you take out the biggest drug leader in the world, pretty much, and that's what people are saying he is. I don't know for sure, but it seems like that's what people are saying. Then you're gonna have what we've just seen yesterday. And now hopefully this doesn't continue on. I'd love to see Vallarta kind of recoup, rebuild, and may come back stronger than ever. Who knows? At this point, I'm not really sure how this is all going to play out, but definitely is something that is going to be on my radar, and I will be covering more of the situation with the cartels. Planning to do a couple of more interviews with other people that are more knowledgeable about the cartels, but more so its impact it will have on the Mexican economy. I have my thoughts, obviously, that I'm going to share on this channel. And is it a good time to buy, sell? Are you worried? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below as to what you think is going to happen here in Vallarta and in Mexico in general, because, I mean, this is not just a Vallarta situation. This is happening all over the state and regional states like Michoacan, Colima, and Guadalajara, the major city here in Jalisco, up the north, Mazatlans, I mean, the Sinaloas. I think there's just going to be a big vacuum that has been created, and we really don't know how that all plays out, but it'll be interesting to watch. And I will be here, boots on the ground in Vallarta, covering it all. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned. We'll be having more coverage on the situation on ground here in Mexico as it pertains to investment, business, and personal liberties, seeking liberties in Mexico, which is a channel name. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna maybe continue my stroll down towards the Malecon to see what's going on, so I might come back and do another clip.